Alright guys, what's going on? It's going to be my first video, probably will be more, but essentially we're going to be building some cars. I've been building cars since I was like 16, I'm 30 now, got 2 kids and a wife, but we're about to move. I'm about to have a shop and figure we'd start things off. So behind me is a 85 GMC C20. Picked up for like 500 bucks. Put new plugs in it, wires, calipers in the front, pads, lines, new tires, new window regulator on the driver's side, and yeah, it runs fucking phenomenal. It's only got 120,000 miles on it. And we're gonna drop this son of a bitch. So I got 3-inch drop spindles and 3-inch lowering springs for the front, and a flip kit for the rear, and then adjustable shackles. So we're gonna slam this thing. And that's pretty much like what we're gonna do on this channel. We do everything from motorcycles to cars to Hondas. If it's got an engine, we are gonna fuck with it, build it, and see what we can do with it. Some other cars here, like for example, this is my Cadillac CTSV. We're gonna be twin turboing that with a rear exit so it stays hidden. And we also have my right-hand drive Civic, which it's in the yard right now because I was moving my truck out of the way to get it in the garage. This thing, oh god, I did not mean to hit all the dandelions. This thing basically is going to be torn back apart. Anyway, yeah, that's going to basically be torn all back apart from scratch. Right here's my daily. It's a 07 Honda Accord. It has a K24 in it for the 5-speed manual trans. So essentially we're going to take the motor transmission out of this car and put it in my white Civic. And my other buddies have cars, and we'll be tearing apart motors, building motors, boosting shit, and pretty much picking up motorcycles and anything else that we can along the way. So I guess while we're at it, I got the truck in here. Let's get started. So the truck's on jack stands. The tires are off. Let's go see what we got. See here. Go through this. And oh god, these things are heavy. Jesus Christ. All right. So these are the drop spindles, which I believe this is the other side, but yeah, so these will go here, and it should drop it 3 inches. I also have lowering springs for the front, which are going to drop it another 3 inches, which should be a 6-inch drop in the front. So we're going to take all this shit off, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. So I just realized when I take the spindles off, the springs are going to be free. So since I have 3-inch lowering springs in the front as well, throw everything on until I get to the rear, which means it'll be dropped 6 inches in the front with a stock rear. But if I can do the rear this weekend, it'll be alright. I just need some. I'm worried about the drive shaft, because if the drive shaft is too long, it's got to be cut and welded. So, but fuck it, we'll see what happens. So, spindles out, nothing here. Let's compare them. So this is the old one, and this is the new one. As you see, it's been raised pretty much from down here, which would be right about there. So it's been raised up 3 inches. So, let's put it on and do the other side. So, it's day 2. Last night, I pretty much got the spindles out. And, oh, that was sitting up here. That fell down. That's nice. So, I need to compress the springs to put on the new spindles. So, that is what we're going to do now. Thank you, AutoZone, for your spring compressor. Let's go. We're going to try this one more time. That was my wife coming out to let me know that dinner was done. So when she says dinner's done, you go eat. Anyway, so yeah, we'll up and see what happens. Give her a couple kicks for the carburetor. And she's on. So I'm gonna let this run probably 5 minutes. Get up the temp. Take it down the road real quick. And yeah. Make sure we got fuel. We got a little bit. Should be good enough. So. Alright, let's go for a ride and see what she does. So far, so good. A little bouncy because that rear old trucks. Yeah, Betty. Yeah, buddy. Let's go see what she does. Gonna limp her down the driveway. Alright, so you guys see what she looks like now. She's rolled a little bit and put her in gear. So she still looks good. We will proceed with the test. Sorry about that. She focused on the road. Go for a ride. Alright, so test drive went well. Got up to 60. No shaking, no nothing, no vibrations. I think it's time to weld. What's going on, guys? So it's been a couple days. Things came up. Sorry. Ended up having to finish the truck that night because that's when my buddy was helping me. My phone was dead. Couldn't get a chance to do anything with it. But this is where we are. So this is how it sits right now. We did the flip kit in the rear and the lowering spindles and lowering springs in the front. We actually ended up having to cut them because it did not lower it very well. As you can see, I still have a little bit of work to do. There's a fuel tank cover that I need to trim and take off or try to figure out a way to get it back up there. Just a couple things left. Sorry if the wind is bad. So if you look It is actually sitting on the original bump stops. So, what that means is there's no suspension travel. It's just riding on the bump stops. It is what it is. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning when I finished, and my kids were sleeping, and I couldn't really do anything about it. But we are going to try these out. And what these are is basically a C-notch frame replacement. These will go up into the frame and allow it to flex up into this little cavity here. I'm gonna bolt it in place to get it right, and then after that I'm going to weld around the edges of it. And the other last thing I need to do is there's basically this leaf spring mount for the rear drive line, little upside down seat things. I have to weld those to the drive shaft, but we have it tightened with the U-bolts, and we're gonna take it for a ride and just make sure that the angle's okay, so we don't have vibration at like 55, 60, because that's all this truck does. So yeah, this is where we'll be welding that bracket to the drive shaft. I'm gonna clean all this up, get it under bare metal, do this side, and shit, do that side. Hopefully that locks it in place and we'll be good to go. The follow-up to pretty much the end of it. It's been about a day now. Yeah, she looks alright. Overall, it was a learning experience. Never fucked with a truck before, but that's pretty much it. So until next time, y'all take care.